Are you trying to start a new business, launch a new product, or maybe enter in a new market? Well, all these require one thing before, that is market research. How to evaluate the market, how to check if the demand of your product actually exists in the market. And that is exactly what I am going to teach you today. Not in a theoretical way, but in a very mathematical way or scientific way. Let's begin. But before we begin, I want you to do one thing for me. And that is, I want you to take a pen and a paper. And I want you to write counting from 1 to 10. Why it is required is because we will write the first way and then we will rate it from 1 to 10. I'm going to do the exact same with you. So let's take a product first. Maybe the product are these glasses, blue light blockers. And how much is the requirement in the market? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the counting from 1 to 10. Now let's begin. To do this market evaluation, I am using the technique from Josh Kaufman's book, The Personal MBA. So Josh Kaufman says that the 10 ways to evaluate the market provide a back of the napkin method you can use to identify the attractiveness of any potential market. Number 1 is urgency. How much urgency your product has in the market? How badly do people want or need this right now? Renting an old movie may be a low urgency, but watching the first show of the movie that is launched on the opening night is a high urgency. For this blocker, I'm going to write it as 5. Then the number 2, we have market size. How many people are purchasing these things like these blockers right now? The market for, let's say, underwater basket weaving courses is very small, but the market for cancer cure is massive. For these blockers, I'm going to write 8 because of the health conscious people after COVID. Then I'm going to move on to the third thing, which is pricing potential. What is the pricing potential of this particular product? What is the highest price of typical purchaser that would be willing to purchase this product or spend money on this solution? Lollipops would be purchased for 5 rupees. Aircraft carriers would be sold for billions. You need to find your sweet spot here. For this particular product, I think people are willing to pay a medium kind of amount, so I'm also going to put it near about 6. Then we have number 4, cost of customer acquisition, CAC. How easy it is to acquire a new customer. On average, how much will it generate in a sale in both money and effort? Restaurants built in high traffic areas would have a lower customer acquisition cost, but government contractors can spend millions on major procurement deals. So basically, how much are you willing to spend on customer acquisition costs? For this classes, let's say I'm trying to spend 40% of my gross profit. So I'm going to write a 4. And then we have cost of value delivery. How much will this cost to create and deliver the value offer? In both money and effort, delivering files via the internet is almost free. But inventing a product and building a factory may cost you millions. So for this product, I think I would rate it in 4. Now let's move on to number 6, uniqueness of your offer. How unique is your offer versus the competing offers in the market? Basically, is it easy for potential customers to copy you? If it is, then maybe it's a low unique offer or maybe a simple offer. But if it's more unique offer, then it's hard for competitors to copy you. There are many hair salons, but very few companies offer private space travel. This was just an example. Now, if you want to learn how to create a particular offer, watch this video right here and let's move back to this. For this glasses, let's say I have an offer. For anyone who buys 2 glasses, I will give you 1 free, and I guarantee that it will reduce your headache by 30% when you start using it for a month. And if it doesn't, I will provide you with 50% of your money back. Plus, it comes with a warranty of 3 years. Unique offer, right? So I will rate it near about 7. Now, let's move on to number 7. The speed of the market. How soon can you create something to sell? You can offer it right now, or you have to offer it in a few days. Maybe offering a service like cleaning the house is a few minutes service. So the speed to the market is very high, but opening a bank could take years. The speed to the market is very low. For this, I might take a few months, or maybe a year, so I would rate it near about 5. Let's move on to number 8. Upfront investment. How much will you have to invest before if you are ready to sell? To be a housekeeper, all you need is a set of inexpensive cleaning products. To mine for gold, you need millions to purchase the land and the equipment. For these kind of product, I would rate it again at 4 because I have to invest a lump sum amount. Let's move on to number 9. Upsell potential. Are there related secondary offers that could also present to purchasing customers? Basically, if I have this product, can I upsell the same product to other people? The answer for this particular glasses is a yes. Let me tell you how. If I am giving this particular glasses to a student, I can offer it as a single glass, but I can upsell it by providing them one free when they buy 2. But this is not good for a student. So what I can do is I can launch a campaign where I can give couples a similar glasses, so I can upsell one single product, the same product again. Now, for the upsell potential, I would rate these glasses as a 8. For the example, it says customers who purchase razors need shaving cream and extra blades as well. Buy a frisbee and you won't need it another unless you lose it. That's a very great example here. Now let's move on to number 10, Evergreen Potential. Once the initial offer has been created, how much additional work will you put in the order to continue selling? Business consulting requires ongoing work to be paid, but a book that can produce once can be sold over 1,000,000 times. So the point here is, for this particular product, I can sell the same product to people once and then they can buy again later. I would rate as a 8 at a rating of 1 to 10. To end this, what we have to do of all this rating, the answer lies in this book. The answer is, when you are done with assessment, add up the score. So what we have to do after this is we have to add up the total score. Let me add up the total score and then we will continue reading this together. So the score of my particular product, that is this glasses, is 59. Let's continue reading. What if the score is 59? So this book says that if the score is 50 or below 50, move on to another area. I agree. There are better places to invest your energy and resources. Completely agree. If the score is above 75 or 75, you have a very promising idea. Full speed ahead. Anything between 50 and 75 has the potential to pay your bills, but won't be a home run without a huge investment of energy and resources. Well, I agree, so let's drop the idea of these glasses. Anyways, so these are the 10 ways to actually evaluate the market. Let me summarize it for you. Number 1 is urgency. What's the urgency of this product in the market? Number 2 is the market size. What is the market size of this product? Number 3 is the pricing potential. Can you price it very high or price it very low? Number 4 is customer acquisition cost. Is your customer acquisition cost very high or very low? Can you spend on the customer acquisition cost or can you not spend on the customer acquisition cost? Number 5 is the cost of value delivery. How much will it cost to create and deliver this product? Number 6 is the uniqueness of your offer. Is your offer unique or not? Number 7 is the speed to the market. How much fast can you deliver this product to the market? Number 8 is the upfront investment. How much initial investment is required for this product? Then we have number 9, that is the upsell potential. Does this product has an upselling potential, that you can sell a similar product or maybe a part of this substitute of this product with this? Then we have 10, which is evergreen potential. Does this product has an evergreen potential? Will people come and buy it again? Now, these are the 10 ways. Once you are done rating these 10 ways, you have to calculate the total. If it's below 50, drop the idea. If it's above 75, full speed ahead. If it's between 50 and 75, it can pay the bills, but not in a long run. So these are the 10 ways to evaluate the market. Once you are done evaluating the market, the next thing we need to know is how to create a great offer. If you want to learn how to create a great offer, watch this video here. If you want to understand the product market fit, watch this video here, and I will see you inside.